Anthony Joshua's next fight is official. We get into it next. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Leave us a comment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Tuesday Night Fights on a Wednesday afternoon. We were waiting for the news to break. Now it has. We wanted to get into it. Get everything official. June 1st, Madison Square Garden. Jarrell Big Baby Miller will get a shot at Anthony Joshua's 3 heavyweight titles. Let's get into it. I'm really, really excited for this fight. This is going to be a great fight in the Mecca of boxing. I get it. There's going to be mixed reviews on this fight. Like, some people are going to say he's deserved it. Some people are going to say he doesn't deserve it. He hasn't done anything to earn the fight. And we're going to get into both of that. Both, like, these things can be true. Jarrell Big Baby Miller is going to be a problem for Anthony Joshua. He's going to be a problem for anyone in the heavyweight division. He's 315 pounds. Think about it. If AJ comes into the fight at 245, 250, right? He's going to be outweighed by 60, 70 pounds. Think about that. Think about that. That is too much. That's too much. You know, I'm not saying he can't win, but look, Big Baby Miller outweighing you by 60, 70 pounds. He's the size of an offensive tackle in football, right? Him leaning on you, pushing on you, applying pressure, pushing you backwards. It's going to take its toll on anyone. It's going to weigh you down. It's going to break you down. If you can't knock him out, right? If you can't knock Big Baby Miller out, and I don't know how you knock a bear out, but if you can't knock him out, he's going to be a problem, right? And then how do you deal with his work rate later on when he keeps coming after you? When this 315-pound behemoth has leaned on you and pushed on you and tied you up and grabbed you and slowed you down and broke you down and tired you out just by being 60 to 70 pounds bigger than you. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with him deeper into the fight? Especially now factoring his work rate is relentless, right? Like, his work rate is world-class relentless. And then add in his flexibility, his mobility. He's an athletic 315-pounder. I mean, these things don't make sense, right? Like, on paper, Jarrell Big Baby Miller's a unicorn. Like, this shouldn't exist. This should not exist. But it does, right? So, where we're going right now, I mean, this fight is going to be an excellent fight. I want to know who you guys pick. I'm going to pick Joshua. I am. Right? I think Joshua gets him out. But it's if he doesn't, Big Baby Miller can win this fight. I know what you're going to say. What about the French guy, John Duapis, or Duapai, whatever his name is? Yeah, I understand. He went the distance with him. He went 10 rounds. He also went 10-plus rounds with Deontay Wilder. That guy obviously knows how to survive. He knows how to push. He knows how to get through. He's a tough guy. Okay? Got it. Check. That being said, how does Anthony Joshua deal with it, right? Like, Anthony Joshua is used to being the biggest guy, being the bully, pushing around. What happens when he's outweighed by 60 or 70 pounds? This is a problem, and it's going to be a problem for anyone in the heavyweight division. And not just it's going to be a problem for think about it. He could outweigh Wilder by 100 pounds. Think about that, right? He's going to outweigh Wilder by 100 pounds, give or take. So it's not just he's going to be a problem for AJ. He's going to be a problem for Fury. He's going to be a problem for Dillian White. He's going to be a problem for, obviously, Wilder, Fury, all those guys. He's a problem. Just his natural size, and then you add in his athleticism and his mobility and his flexibility, and that's a major problem. Now add in his relentless work rate. He keeps that 70, 80 punch output going deep into the fight. I don't know how you're going to deal with him. I think, look, Jarrell Big Baby Miller fundamentally is flawed. He's not a highly gifted, highly skilled boxer. But for his size, he's good enough. Now, Anthony Joshua is. Anthony Joshua is a master boxer. He's got a great jab. He moves with an uppercut as dynamite. He's a much more skilled, finely tuned boxer than is Jarrell Big Baby Miller. So that's why I'm picking him to win. But I am not making that pick with a ton of confidence. Okay, understand that. I'm going to take Anthony Joshua to knock him out in the 8th round, 9th round. I'm going to, somewhere around there. I'm not making that pick with a lot of confidence. If it extends into that fight, Big Baby Miller can weigh you down and break you down. He can. Look at the size of that animal. Look at him. I don't want to hear this. Jarrell Big Baby Miller doesn't have big power because he wears people down and break. Look, he's 315 pounds. He's a professional boxer. He's at a world-class level. He can punch. He knows how to punch. If a 315-pounder who knows how to punch at a high level, at the highest level, punches you, he can knock you out. Okay? Jarrell Big Baby Miller can knock you out. He knocked out Adamic, who's the best name on his resume. Best name on his resume, and that's true. He's the best name on his resume. He knocked him out with one punch. So, this idea that Big Baby can't punch or whatever, I think that's ridiculous. He might not have the same power as AJ, but he's got enough power to knock AJ out. Now, I also wanted to get into this other thing, right? So I'm excited for the fight. I want the fight. I'm happy for the fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. It's a great venue. It's an excellent fight. Jarrell Big Baby Miller at Madison Square Garden, a New Yorker in New York for the heavyweight championship of the world. Doesn't get better than that. In a fight that's going to be really good. Now, does Jarrell Big Baby Miller deserve the fight? That's a different question. No. The answer to that is obviously no. Jarrell Big Baby Miller has not done anything to earn a shot at the world's heavyweight title. Nothing. Okay, the best names on his resume are Washington and Duapai and Adam Mecca. That's not a resume that warrants a title shot. If you were, giving out title shots to the most deserving fighter, Jarrell Big Baby Miller's resume would not get him a title shot. But we are where we are with boxing. He's a draw. He's a name. He can sell the fight. People like him. But the fight wouldn't be bigger than Dillian White fight. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But again, I'm excited for the fight. But no. In a fair world, in a perfect society, no. Jarrell Big Baby Miller does not get a title shot. Because he hasn't earned it. Those names don't warrant you a shot at the biggest, a shot at the biggest prize in the sport, in sports, right? If Jarrell Big Baby Miller wins this fight, he's the biggest star in American sports. Book it. I just said that, right? Whenever you have an American heavyweight champion of the world, a legitimate heavyweight champ from America, that's the guy Kobe Bryant, that's the guy Tom Brady, LeBron James, that's the guy they all want to meet. They all look up to that guy. They all like, oh, I want to meet the champ. So that's what's at stake for Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Now, he can win if he can extend the fight. I don't think he does, though. I think Joshua's too good of a boxer, and Joshua figures out a way to get it done. And I think most of you are going to pick that, but I am interested in that. But again, no, Jarrell Big Baby Miller has not earned his shot. He's being given a shot. He has not earned a shot. Dillian White and Dominic Breazeale have earned shots at heavyweight titles. In reality, in a fair boxing world, in a perfect boxing world, Dillian White would be fighting AJ, as he's the #1 contender, and has beaten everything, has beaten everybody in his way. He would be fighting Anthony Joshua. Okay? And Dominic Breazeale would be fighting Deontay Wilder. Because he's the #1 contender for the WBC strap. So you have the two #1 contenders, neither one of them getting a shot. Instead, they have to fight each other for a bogus, ridiculous, silly WBC interim belt. Breazeale's the #1 mandatory. He's the mandatory challenger. Dillian White is the silver title holder in the WBC. Some ridiculous thing that they have. And now they're going to fight for... Is he defending his WBC silver belt? I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is just so silly. And now he's going to fight for an interim belt, which means nothing. So, I mean, this is all utterly ridiculous. They should not have to be fighting each other. The fight's not even going to be competitive. Think about this, right? Dominic Breazeale has been the mandatory now for almost a year and a half. Right? He won it back November of 2017. We're almost in March of 2019. And he still hasn't gotten his shot yet. Well, what's the purpose? No, honestly, what's the purpose of being a mandatory if you never have to fight the champion? Right? Being a mandatory means nothing, apparently. Right? Ask Jamal Charlo. Ask Dominic Breazeale. They've been mandatories forever. They don't get a shot. But Carlos Ocampo does. Look, the IBF does it, right? I always give the IBF credit. In recent history, let's not go back to the 90s. Recently, the IBF gets it right. They make their fighters fight the mandatories. This WBC thing, Jamal Charlo and Dominic Breazeale, ask them what a mandatory challenger status means. It means nothing. It means you're not getting a fight, right? So this is just silly and ridiculous at this point. Dominic Breazeale is not a great fighter. He's going to lose to Dillian White, right? Let's be real. Which means he's never going to get the shot he's earned. He became and fought for and earned the title of mandatory challenger for the WBC heavyweight title. He's never going to get that shot now. Because now they've made him take another fight to fight Dillian White. Well, why? I thought it was mandatory. Nah, we changed our minds. And he's not going to beat Dillian Whyte. We all know that. Look, if you're listening, Dominic Brazil, I know you're part of the program. He ain't going to win. I'm just keeping it 100, all right? I root for you. I hope you win, but Dillian Whyte's going to win. So he's never going to get the title shot he's earned. What's the purpose then? What's the purpose of any of this? Dominic Brazil's fought himself, and you can think whatever you want of Dominic Brazil. I don't think he's a great fighter, but he's earned this shot. He's the number one. He's the mandatory challenger from the WBC. Mandatory for what though? Mandatory to fight Dillian Whyte for an interim belt? That doesn't make any sense, right? No, he's the mandatory for Deontay Wilder, but they don't want to make that fight because they know that the Whyte fight is a much bigger monetary fight, right? Whoever wins between Wilder and Fury, whoever wins that fight, a fight with Whyte is much bigger. There's much more money. Their sanctioning fees are much bigger than Wilder or Fury versus Brazil. So that's why it is, right? And Dillian Whyte's done everything he has. Everything he could possibly do to earn a title shot. I mean, he's number one by the WBO. Did I say WBA earlier? He's number one by the WBO. He's number one by the WBC. He's got the best resume, right? He beat Lucas Brown. He beat Derek Chisora. Like he's beat Joseph Parker. He's beaten everyone you put in his way. And he's one of the only people out of he's got every accolade, and he still can't get a title shot. We've reached the point now of absurdity with this. That being said, I love both heavyweight fights. I love the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder rematch, which looks like it's going to get made sooner rather than later. It's been extended again, the negotiation periods. And I love Jarrell Big Baby Miller getting a shot at Joshua. I may go to that fight. I'm in Texas. That fight's in New York. I'm really, really into that fight. I may go to that fight. That's how into that fight I am. Again, these are great fights. As a boxing fan, I love them. So I'm not complaining about the fights. What I'm saying is, in reality, no. Jarrell Big Baby Miller has done nothing to warrant himself a shot at the heavyweight title. That big guy, I think, has a chance to win. I do. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Jarrell Big Baby Miller has earned a shot? Do you think the fight will be competitive? Does anyone pick him to pull the upset? I know someone out there will, but leave your thoughts, comments below. Let me know what y'all think. From Texas to the world, this is Tuesday Night Fights. For 3D Boxing, signing off, saying thank you, and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.